Hi everybody, thanks for making it back to the channel to check out some videos. Today I'm going to share with you some Tai Chi. Today's a really unique food for thought moment for the training. It's beautiful, it's warm and just gorgeous. So I'm out here today working out. Today I'm doing a little bit of Tai Chi and some Bagua and other Qigong and stuff like that. So one of the comments I get really frequently about my Tai Chi practice is about technique. And it's really interesting to me because the comments are very much all over the board. I get a lot of critical comments, but I also get a lot of comments of, thank you, you're really helping me with my practice. And I love all of the comments. Trust me, I take them all to heart. I don't take them personally, but I take them all to heart. And I just want to remind everybody, first off, I'm not claiming to be a master of anything, whether it's meditation or Tai Chi. I have a lot of experience with it. I've practiced Tai Chi for almost 30 years, and I've practiced it both as a meditation and as a combat style. And I've worked with a lot of different martial artists, and I've studied with a lot of different teachers. So especially since I moved up here to the Bay Area, San Francisco and whatnot, I've dealt with a lot of different stylists and a lot of different teachers, which is always wonderful. And so I'm not a master. I've studied a couple of different styles where I've gained the rank of what they call master. And that means nothing to anybody. Purely it's about either two things happening there when you see somebody who's called a master. Number one, they're feeding into their ego, where they just want a prominent status title. And number two is a little more realistic, which is just marketing. The martial art community is really rough, and the martial art business is a very difficult business. I ran my school full-time for 16 years, and it's so difficult to stand out from the crowd, especially when you're doing something that's kung fu or karate oriented, and there's so much UFC popularity. It was great back in the 80s and 90s when it was all Jackie Chan and Jet Li. Those were the main people, the focuses in the movies and whatnot. But now sport-wise, it's MMA and jiu-jitsu, which nothing against them. I love them as martial arts. I trained jiu-jitsu, I've trained boxing. My dad was a all-state wrestler champion, so I love all of that type of stuff. I also have done Taekwondo and Kempo. I've done Kempo longer than I've done anything. So I love all of the martial arts and all of the practices. So first off, don't worry about me calling myself master. I'm not taking it to head or anything like that. It's not my ego. I don't typically call myself master, except when rare instances when I'm marketing myself, just trying to get people's attention and things like that. The title doesn't mean anything. Just like black belt doesn't mean anything. Back in the 80s and 90s, fighting, whether it was street fights or tournament fights, I realized really early on black belt meant nothing. Because some people you could send off in the back of magazines and get black belts. You can open up, you can buy black belts at martial arts supply stores and stuff like that. So the quality is in the person, in the training. That goes for anything. So there's a lot of judgmental things, a lot of comments, judgmental, just judgments being made. And so I want to just put my 2 cents worth in on this and say, you know, it's very easy to be judgmental. It's very easy to say, and it's a very low level, it's kind of a fear-based mentality that says like, oh, you're not as good as I am, and then start cutting the other person down and talking garbage. But it's just that, it's garbage. It doesn't do anybody any good. It doesn't improve anybody. And it also oftentimes only makes the other person look worse, like the schoolyard bully kind of thing. It's a very bully mentality, low level technique to use on people. So be careful about judgmental comments. If you disagree with what's being done, I mean, do what you want to do, but always remember that everybody has something to teach. Anytime somebody criticizes what I do, I go back and I look at it and I go, no, I'm doing it exactly the way that it works for me. So remember, we don't know anything what anybody's gone through. That's why when people make comments towards me, I don't bite back and create a fight out of it, because I don't know what that person's been through. The traumas, the experiences, I don't know what they've been through. So I just let them be. So I've been studying Tai Chi for a really long time, and people will comment sometimes about my technique. So just a little bit of food for thought. First, when you start training in a lot of different arts, whether it's boxing or whether it's Tai Chi or whether it's writing or painting, the teacher will have a set foundational series of skills that you have to adhere to just to build your foundational base skills to get good at. But then as you improve, you find things that work for you, that express the way you want to express. Like a writer can't always write at an elementary school level. Tai Chi practitioners can't always practice with elementary school level basics. There's got to be a point in time in your training where you take that foundational set of skills and you improve upon them to fit your needs, whether it's meditational or whether it's martial. You have to take those skills and improve upon them.
So at first, I find it's really important to adhere to the really strict rules and guidances of your instructors. I think that's really detrimental, so you don't hurt yourself and so you build the proper skills. But then keep in mind, once you are well practiced and you have those foundational skills, you'll have an instinct of doing new things and trying something differently. And just go for it. Make those changes and make that style your very own. That's where you get your own artistic impression, expression, and that's where you really develop your own style that works and benefits you the best that it possibly can. Don't listen to what other people say, other than keeping an open mind and seeing if they help you make great improvements that will benefit you even more. But if they are critical, revisit your changes that you've made and see if you agree with them or if you agree with the critique, and just constantly try to improve. And you'll find that that will be one of the biggest things that will benefit your practice, growing beyond the limitations of the techniques. All right, enjoy and best of luck training. I'll see you soon.